Hi there, my name is Ken Hildebrandt, the Artistic Director of Gallery 7 Theatre, and it's time almost for our 19th annual season of theatre. This is our 2009-2010 theatre season, and this year we're calling it Rise to the Challenge. We've picked 4 plays that center around this theme, and I guarantee you there's going to be a whole lot of adventure, a whole lot of fun, some romance, a little bit of tragedy, but really good, solid theater experiences for you and your friends and neighbors and anyone else who you think should come to the theater.
My name's Annette Riley. I am directing Pride and Prejudice for this season of Gallery 7. Pride and Prejudice is a book by Jane Austen. It's basically a story of a family with 5 daughters. All 5 of them are in society, ready to be married off. This adaptation is, I would say, the truest to the book that I was able to find. I love the language. I love the wit behind it. I love the dichotomy between simplicity and all this structure. It's a fascinating time period to be delving into, and it's honestly, to me, it's the language. It is England at that time. It was a very, very specific time in history, and I'm really excited to be discovering that and helping everybody discover that along with me.
My name is Eldon Letkeman, and I'm directing Around the World in 80 Days. Around the World in 80 Days is this great race. It's like, it's almost like the original Amazing Race. It's about a man, he's quite a gentleman in England, and he has a bet with his gentleman's club that he can go around the world in 80 days. And this is a 20,000 pound bet, so there's a lot at stake. And so him and his trusty servant, Passepartout, who's a Frenchman, they race around the world as quickly as they can and try and win this bet. It's incredibly fast-paced. It's crazy, it's wild. The original novel was written by Jules Verne, and he's considered to be the grandfather of science fiction. And I'm a big science fiction buff, so that sort of has a personal. I feel connected to it in that way.
My name is Ken Hildebrandt, and I'll be directing The Diary of Anne Frank. I've been fascinated with this story ever since we read the original diary back in high school. Something very powerful about a young girl living in some very chaotic, war-torn times. Of course, it's about the Frank family and a few of their friends who move to a secret annex above a factory and to escape the tyranny of the Germans. What emerges is a story of a young girl who observes all of the things that happen amongst the family and amongst their friends, and a story of courage, a story of hope, and a story of human resiliency comes out of that. And I'm just fascinated by this young girl who can remain so hopeful and this ray of light in such a dark, tumultuous time. It is a very heavy story, but I think audiences will be elated, so to speak, by this powerful and hope-filled journey that this young lady goes through. One of the things that Anne says towards the end of the play, and I believe she says this in her diary as well, is that despite all the atrocities in this world, I still believe that there is good in humans. And I think for someone to say that in the face of persecution and ultimately genocide is a truly powerful statement.
Hi, I'm Joyce Chung, and I'm directing the play Chickens by Lucia Frangioni. The story is pretty much about 4 chickens, and these 4 chickens have a life of their own, which in some senses mirrors the life of Pal and Lisa, the farmer's couple. On this farm, in the Canadian prairies, Pal has to make a decision whether or not to keep these 4 chickens because it's eating up all of his assets and everything. He has to always make this decision of trying to persuade his wife, no, we're not going to have them for dinner. But then his wife is like, what are you going to do about it? Like, we have 4 chickens. Like, do something about it. So he enters them into a contest. And he tells the 4 chickens. And the 4 chickens have to say, well, it's either we win the contest because we have to all be number 1, or we're dead. And that's pretty much what the story is about. There's this really cool message that Lucia is just able to really emphasize about life. Like, each one of the different characters, all 6 of them, can affect a different person and a different audience member completely differently, just because of the personality and character of the character.
We just want to invite you to come out and join us for our 19th season of theater here at the MEI Theater. 4 plays plus the Panic Squad, which is clean comedy improv, and if you've ever seen them before, you know you're in for a real treat. It's a laugh a minute, and that's coming up on October 2nd to start our season off. So make sure that you get your season's passes. It's a great way to see all the plays this season at discounts of up to 20% off. So in a bad economy like this, it's a great way to see some affordable entertainment and get some food for thought.
Experience the romance.
Experience the adventure.
Experience the drama.
Experience the fun.